Hello and welcome to this new video in the Artemis Plays solo game series. Tonight I will be playing John Company, second edition, newest game from famed designer Cole Worley, author of Root and Pax Pamir, among others, as well as Oath more recently. This is a great negotiation game, and I'll be playing it solo. So the way this works is I'll be playing against the crown, and instead of bartering over the table, we're going to be exchanging these cubes. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, I won't be explaining the game in detail. I do know the game. I have played one time. So this is my second ever game and first solo game. I'll be starting out with the setup using the setup card. The recommended way is to draw 3, choose 1, and give 2 to the crown. I had been looking for the Prime Minister card. I think I want to start as Prime Minister, so I'll grab that and give these 2 to the crown. Next 3, we have a ship and £4, military affair, a ship and £1, and commander of the armies of Madras, a rider, and £3. I think I do want that for the rider, the dollar, and I gave the two other commanders to the crown. So I do want one commander at least. Next 3, manager of shipping, president of Madras, or chairman. I don't want to be the chairman. President of Madras would allow me to make some money, and I am commander of Madras, so I think I'll grab a hold of Madras for myself, give that to the crown. And now president of Bengal, president of Bombay, or director of trade. I do like director of trade for the ship. I'll be a bit cash poor at the beginning, but that's okay. So what do I get? I get prime minister. I have this prime minister wheel with the spinny arm. Starts here as we were playing the 1710 scenario. I have one random blackmail card. Pick one here at random. This one is company fraud. Play anytime on your turn. Okay, so I can steal some money from the company. That's funny. I am commander of the armies of Madras. Here. I have a writer in Madras. Here. I'll take my £5 for the total here. So I have £5, a very small starting capital. I am president of Madras as well. Well, this is a real family friendly place here. I have 1 share. I am director of trade, which is a good place to be. I want you here, director of trade. And I have a ship, the Diligence, somewhere here. Diligence in South Asia, in Madras. Well, I do have a stronghold in Madras, I guess. Now, the crown is going to get the rest. I should give myself the director of trade card here. Can you see that? Yes. And president of Madras. So the crown is going to get the rest of it. I'm going to display down here. You're not going to see it, but you don't need it. I need it. The crown is the chairman. So president of Bengal and a share. President of Bombay and a share and £1. Chairman and a share and £1. Manager of shipping and a share and £2. A ship in the West Indian, the Recovery. Grab the eye because it's going to come up soon. Recovery in West and £4. Military affair a ship, the indefatigable West Indian, and a pound. And then commanders of both armies here, as well as writers in the other two presidencies, and 7 pound for a grand total for the crown of, the answer being lots of money. That's 5. All right, the crown she has 16 pound, which is a lot. Excuse me. While I have a measly 5 pound. So the crown is in great shape, but she's cheating. She plays as 2-player. So anyway, all right. I'm gonna reveal the starting climate. Crown treasury is 16, as we've established. So the crown is feeling peacock, which means she's gonna try and sink the company. All right, let's start the game with the family phase. Now, I will have to refer the crown handbook to know what the crown is gonna do. So, in the peacock round, it's going to try to buy a workshop first, then luxury. So, it has the means to do so. So, a workshop is 5 and a luxury is 4. So, that will be 9 pound out of the coffers here. It gives them immediately, it gives them 2 points. Crown is already winning. Great news for me. I was planning on maybe buying some industries, but looking at my position here, I think I need to get some people in the company. So I will enlist a writer. I will enlist a writer in Bengal. So that is that. So that was the family phase. There is no firm phase. We're moving on to hiring. So I can give I can get promise cubes if I give some pounds to the crown. I do not want to. I could give her 3 cubes and have her give me a share in the company. Do I want that? Do I want to strengthen my position in the company? Do I already want to spend my cubes? Well, it is the time to do so, and maybe I would like a share. So I could give her 3 pounds and then get a share. So I could give her 3 pounds. The crown's going to give me 3 cubes, and then I give her the 3 cubes back, and she gives me a share. I think I'm going to do that. I want to make some cash here, so let's grab a share. Yeah. All right, I have a share, and I have access to all of these actions here anytime I want. So I can trade industries for a different numbers of cubes. I can give her 3 pounds for 2 cubes, so this trade of 1 for 1 was better here. And I have these 5 promise cards that I can give her, not as promise cards, they're only counters here. I can give her the card because I'm playing in easy mode. Well, you can't see it but down at the bottom here, it says that if you're playing easy mode, you can give your promise cards, or you can remove them from the game and gain an amount of cube equals to half the round. So on round 1 and 2, it's 1 cube. 3 and 4, it's 2, and 5, it's 3. So if I do need some emergency cubes, I have that option here. Hiring phase is complete. There weren't any vacant offices. Moving on to the chairman action. So if the crown is chairman, she's going to flip a card and have a new mood. So what mood is the crown? What is her total company share from 0 to 6? And so she's going to go straight to bullish. She or the total amount of share. There is 6 share in the game, so she's gonna go bullish, which is good, I guess, for us, because she's gonna try and make the company succeed and pay out some dividends. So hopefully we're gonna get some of that money back. She's gonna seek debt for each presidency with an open home port. There is 3 presidency with an open home port. She's gonna seek 3 debts. She's gonna raise the balance by 5 per debt, so 15. I could request less or more debt if I were to spend my cubes, but let's see how it plays out. The chairman is then gonna give 4 to each presidency with an open home port, so 4 to each. This goes down by 12. And so everybody gets 4. So you get 4, I get 4, they get 4. Then they're gonna give 5 to the director of trade. That's fine, I'm the director of trade, I like that. And the remaining 3 are gonna go to the manager of shipping. So perhaps we'll have some company ships from the beginning, which is not a bad thing. I could ask for £3 to be allocated somewhere, but I'm quite happy with those changes. It gives me some money here to trade. And because I'm director of trade, I'll be able to try and open up this region here to make some big bucks for the company. From now I'm playing kind of as if I want the company to succeed. In solo, there is a points penalty if the company fails. So I have incentives to not fail, or to try and not fail right now. So that's the chairman phase done. Let's move on to director of trade. I am director of trade. If I open an order in the home region of a crown presidency that has at least 1 crown rider, so if I were to open up an order in Bengal or Bombay, I would get a cube. And after I have acted, if no presidency has 2 or more ships or rider than any other presidency, I will get a cube. So if I leave everything smooth, so if everything's at 1 or 2, then that's good. The crown's going to be giving 1 cube, which I do like. So I'm planning on making my 2 moves. Well, first I'll take special envoy action. Now I think I was misplaying this last time I played. I was limiting myself to 1 special envoy, but yes, I can take it multiple times. I have £8, so let's try 4 dice. I'll pay 4 to throw 4 dice. The way this works is you throw all the dice and then you look only at the smallest number. On a 1 or 2, it's a success. On a 3 and 4, if the lowest is a 3 or 4, it's a failure. Nothing happens. On a 5 or 6, I lose my job. And that's bad. In this game, you don't want to lose your job. You want to retire and have a cushy home here and have lots of points. So let's chuck 4 dice. That gives me an 80% success rate. Sorry for that. My dice tower is powerful, but we have a 1, which is good, which means I can open up an order. As mentioned previously, I'll open up this order here, which allows me to trade more in Madras. I have 4 more pounds. I'll take that action again and try and open up a port in Bombay so I can get a cube from the crown. I see a 1. That's a success. Let's open up this order here. And this, as per the rule, is a home region of a crown presidency where there's at least 1 rider. So that's good. I get a cube from the crown. Thank you, Madam Crown. Then I can transfer 2 pieces. I will transfer this rider here to here. The reason is I want to be next in succession in case the presidency of Bengal leaves its job and I'm the only rider here. This makes me the successor and I can skim some money off the top of the company. So that's my 1 move. And now as for ships. I do want another ship here. And I think I don't think the manager of shipping is going to give me one, so I'll grab this one. Now, because there's 2 more ships here than here, I won't get the other bonus cube I could have, but that's good for me. I want to make some cash here, so having 2 ships is going to allow me to make 2 trades over there. Move on to manager of shipping. So the crown will fit as many of their ships as possible, then player ships. Well, there is no ship to be fitted. The bull will not buy any company ships. I could give her 1 cube to buy a company ship, and it will place it in the presidency C zone with the longest open trade route, with priority going to a crown presidency. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, everything's connected right now, so it's gonna choose either Bombay or Bengal, and as per its priority list, it'll go to Bengal, I think. So I'll give her a cube, so she buys a company ship, because I do want there to be a trade in Bengal. So there's 1 company ship here for £5. There's only £1 left, so the manager of shipping cannot act. Right, military affair. Well, they will try to perform 2 transfer. An army, a regiment first, from a player presidency's army to a crown presidency army. So it's going to take the regiment away from Madras and into Bengal. So that's its first transfer. There is no other transfer to be done. And then assign officer, there is no officer to be assigned. So that's going to be it for military affair. Let's move on to the presidency of Bombay. So it's going to make its governor act, or its commander act first. There is no governor yet. So the commander will not purchase a local alliance. I could force it to purchase a local alliance. I'm not interested in them attacking India right now, so I'm fine with them not doing that. They will attempt to deploy. They only have 1 strength. 1 strength versus 1. That's 0 dice. You can't take an action if you don't roll any dice. So that will be it. Otherwise, it would want 6 dice anyway. So it's not gonna roll. Now for the president itself, it wants to throw 2 dice. It only has 1 ship, so it can only trade here. So it's gonna pay 2. It's gonna pay 2 to make its trade. And let's check. It's gonna spend an additional 3 if it has it, so it's gonna spend an additional 3. All right. Well, that's 5, 5, 5, 6, and the last dice is a 1. Well, it almost lost its job. You can't really see it, but it's here. There's a 1. There's a 1. So the order is successful. This goes here. The company makes £4. The crown makes £2. 1 for the writer, and 1 for each completed orders from this for the president. So that's £2. All right, that's it for Bombay. Now for Madras. Well, I am president of Madras. I am also the commander of the armies of Madras. I don't have any regiments because the crown took them away from me. I do want to trade in 2 regions, and I'd like to throw 4 dice, or I can try and spend all 5. I do want this to succeed, and this is not my money. This is the company's money. So, well, what the hell? Let's check for less. We saw what happened with the crown, and it's a success. So I'll put their rider here and my rider here for more chance at a windfall if it ever comes to happen. So that's 12 for the company. 1 for the crown, 1 for me for the order, and then an additional 2 because I'm the president for a total of 3 pounds. So I'm getting some pound. I'm getting some pound now. So that's it for Madras, and then for Bengal, the army of Bengal is not going to roll. It's not going to deploy, but because it would attempt, it will not purchase local alliances, and it would deploy only if it had 6 dice to throw. Well, obviously it could deploy with only 1. So you know, if it bought all the local alliance, it could, but that's not happening anytime soon. So the commander will not do anything here. It should be here, and then it's gonna it wants to roll 2 dice. It can only go here. So again, it's gonna spend 3. And it's gonna spend 2 and an additional 3. There should be one more pound here. It had 7 to begin. It chucked 5 dice. 7 minus 5 is 2. So same here. It's going to chuck 5 dice. Spending 5 to fill an order that gives us 6 is not the best, but that's a success. The only rider available is mine. So that's 6 for the company. 22. 1 for the crown for the order, and 1 for me because that's my rider. All right, now that's for the presidency. Now we move on to China. China is not open. We move on to the bonuses. I make 1 for my ship. That's a 2. I make 1 for my ship. The crown makes 3. 1 for each of their ship, plus 1 for the workshop here. Sorry, the play area is a bit crowded. I apologize for that. Let's have the crown make some big bucks here. That's 8 and 2. That's a 10. It's 10. That's 5. It's 50. The crown has 18 pounds. Well, bad news for me because that makes it harder to win votes. Crown is gonna have an easy time buying votes. So during the bonus, now it's the revenue phase. If the crown is chairman, we'll try to pay dividends. So that's after we pay for expenses. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 expenses. Now the crown is going to pay dividends at least once. So it's going to start by paying 1 dividend. Crown's going to get 4. I'm going to get 2. That share come in handy. And then it will try to pay more dividend as long as it leaves 0 because it's bullish. Well, it's going to pay another dividend. 4 more pounds. And 2 more for me. So my share got me 2 pounds. So I paid my share 3 pounds. I got 2 pounds. It's a good deal. I could give her a cube so the crown pays less dividend. 2 cubes. I would need to give it 2 cubes. Well, no, I'm happy with that. All right, so that was revenue. Now, event in India. Let's roll the big storm dice. That's a 1, and all 3 storm. So the recovery, how's the recovery gonna fare? On a 1 or 2, the ship is fine. On a 3, 4, it's damaged, it's fatigued, and on a 5, 6, it's destroyed. And if it's already fatigued and you roll 3 or 4, it's destroyed. So that's a 5. So the recovery is gone. Sorry for that. Now for the diligence, that's my ship. It's a 4. It gets damaged. And the indefatigable, whatever its name is, rolls a 2, so it's fine. All right. So the ships in south are fine, so that's good for me. I'm gonna be able to trade over there. And then one event, which is a crisis. So the Maratha attempts to revolt against that's Delhi over there. So it's a failure because they have 2 minus 1. That's 0. It's 1, my bad. It's 1v1. So that's a failure. What happens in a failure? You lower the capital strength. So Delhi was weakened by that attack by Maratha. It didn't fail, but its strength is now 0, which makes other rebellion more likely. Now I'll move to the elephant to Mysore, and Mysore is going to look towards Bombay next. It has ambitions towards Bombay. Right, so that was the India phase. Now the Parliament meets phase. I am the Prime Minister. I don't have lots of votes, so maybe I'll lose that. I mean, it depends. If it's a lot that the crown likes, then that's good for me. Oh, and also there's going to be maybe a climate shift after the law is chosen. So ship subsidy. I'm going to put this here so you can see. Oh, I forgot to draw the cards for the London season as well. So we have a spouse here, gives you 3 points, but you can no longer vote with your enterprises. Another spouse, which gives you 2 power, and you can take prestige card from the top of the deck. And the third spouse, which is Lord Nightingale, you can only retire to these 2 places here. But he gives you 3 points and a -2 and a discount of 2 on future retirements. So, all right. Ship subsidy. You may take an extra action to build a shipyard, and fitting player ships only cost 2. That's great because there is very few ships on the board. So if we both start building more shipyards, that could be good. Now, would the crown like this ship subsidy? It would be 4. So I am tempted to pass that law. I think it's a good law. I think it's a good law, and it benefits myself as Prime Minister. Now I do have to tax something. Either I tax the shares or the shipyards. Well, either way, the crown is gonna eat twice the. It's gonna eat twice the tax. So I'll tax shipyards because I want to only lose 1. So then I need to roll 6 dice for the climate shift. Number of success. There is 2 successes and 4 failures. First, if the number of successes is greater or equal in the company standing is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Company standing is at 4. Success is greater, no, the number of success is not greater or equal. And is the number of success, the failure, less or equal to the company standing, 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes, the number of failures is less or equal. So I shift the climate crown to the left. Well, it's already at the top left, so nothing I can do here. So no climate shift. It's going to stay bullish. So the crown will always vote first. Because it has lots of cash, it's gonna. Oh, it has like 25 bucks. How did that happen? It's gonna vote with +5 votes, and it has 4 more votes here. So the law starts at -3, but the crown has 8 votes, and as I said, it's gonna vote 4 because it's bullish. So it's gonna vote. The law is gonna go at 5. I guess I can put 1 vote in, but doesn't matter. So the law passes, it's in effect. I gain a trophy that's worth 1 power, or a past law token that's worth 1 power. So that's good. And the most important thing is I stay Prime Minister. Shipyards are taxed, so that's £2 from the crown, £1 from me. And the law goes in effect. Fitting ships now cost only 2, and we have an extra action to buy ships. So don't mind if I do. I'm going to buy some shipyards now. The crown is going to do the same. And now we go to upkeep and refresh. Nobody has to pay any upkeep. Nothing is exhausted. There is no extra ship to be removed. We put the raiders back where they came from. I think that might be it for refresh. Let me check. Again, only my second game, so I do have to check the rulebook sometime. Raider, extra ship. Alright, so that was one turn. It's the London season. So we roll for attrition. We roll to see if people go to retirement. So I'm going to put this here. I think this is a good place to put it. Yeah, all right. So does the chairman retire? That's a 4, but the chairman has +1, so that's a 5. So the chairman does retire. Does my director of trade retire? It's a 4. It does not, but it gets a Q, which gives them +1 to the next dice roll. Does the manager of shipping retire? 4. Again, not retirement, only a Q. Does the military affair retire? It's a 6. They do retire. Does the president of Bombay retire? Does not, but it gets a cube. The one I want to retire is Bengal because I'm next in line. Does the president of Madras retire? It's a 6. It does. Oh, that's a bummer. I wanted to keep that cushy job. So it retires. And then lastly, does the president of Bengal retire? 6. It does. Well, that's what I wanted. So that's good. All right. That was rolling for retirement. Next up. Before retirement, I could have gave the crown 2 cubes to get money, but could have gave it 4 so I would be allowed to retire here, but I'm fine retiring on the 8 or even the 2. We'll see. I would just want to retire 1 and get a prize. So the crown will retire pensioner 1 at a time, each time choosing the highest VP price, spending no more than half of the remaining treasury. So again, the crown has 24. So it's going to spend 12, going for the 8 here, spending 8. Spends 8 to put 1 here. And then it has 16, so it's going to spend another 8, because that's half, to put 1 here. Then it's going to spend half, which is 4, to put 1 here for a grand total of 14 points. They already had 2, so they're up to 16. All right, so whatever I do, I'm going to be second in line to choose prizes, and they're going to take this one. I'm feeling like this one could be fun, but maybe not on the first turn. The power is interesting. The power is interesting. Anyway, I only have 8, but I'll keep some cash to buy some shipyards. So, well, I only need 2 for shipyards. So I'll spend 8. I'll do it. I'll spend 8 and send my pensioner here for 4 points. Chairman is empty as well. All right, so then it's gonna take discard here. I think it ignores. Yeah, the spouse. So it gets 3 more victory points. Already up to 19 after 1 turn. That's great. It's great for them. It's great for her. Then what do I choose? Again, if I take Lord Highgate, I can only retire here, which, you know, I need 14 to retire. That's hard to do. It's hard to do. But I don't have lots of offices, but I'm definitely not going to make 14 every turn. So I think the safe play is to grab Becky Sharp here, and this goes away. And then we refill at the end of the phase. Well, the crown really had 25 bucks to spend on this, hey? Did it? Oh. No, I made a mistake. They only had, I think they only had 24. So they could not have retired here. All right, I'm going to give them their money back. I'm pretty sure they had 26, but then I taxed it. So they had 24. It was something like this. All right? They had like this. Yeah, they had 24. So all right. Well, they're going to get their spouse anyway, but the first retirement is at 12, so it's going to be here for 8. And then they have 16, so they're going to retire here next. And then they have 8, so they're going to retire here for 4. Yeah, I gave them too much money, I think. So that's 4 less points. Well, you know, they still have lots of points, but what can you do? Maybe I cheated, so that's 16 plus 4, that's 20, 24. Yeah, I think they had 24. Anyway, it's the first game. There's bound to be mistakes. So this is done. We're going to replenish. Stockbroker, you can buy share for 1. Miss Rochester, you can no longer enlist writer. And labor newspaper, you can have more votes in some instances. All right, and that the prime minister wheel has changed to the tax here. I did tax shipyards. Well, that's the family phase. Let's go on to. Sorry, I'm just shuffling cards over here. Let's move on to the family phase. Sorry, the family phase. The chairman, the crown is acting chairman. They used to be chairman, so they're gonna act first as a bull. They're gonna seek a share. Whenever they seek share, they take the cheapest space. So for 2, they're gonna seek a share here. Then their second action is gonna be buying a shipyard for 2. That's gonna count as their additional action, taking the Eliza. Then for the third action, they're gonna put a rider in a presidency, a vacant presidency with no crown rider. All right, so they're gonna come here and steal the job from under my nose, unless I have something to. Oh, I have to. No, because I'm the one this. I'm the one deciding. That's good. I'm the one in control here. That's good. All right, as to me, I think I am going to enlist more riders because my opportunity marker is on enlist rider. And so I'm feeling like these 2 places are where the money is going to be because that's where there's ship right now. And then I'm going to take the extra action and grab the Neptune. So hopefully there's going to be some money to fit ships now. So that was the family phase. There's no firm. Oh, and this share comes in. Now we move on to hiring. So, how does the chairman election works? The crown has a majority of shares that will elect themselves. Of course. So I could give them 3 cubes to become chairman, but I'm fine with them being chairman, so they're gonna become chairman. Again, no surprise, no surprise. They have lots of shares. Uh, when I'm hiring, I can give 2 cubes for nepotism. And if I hire a crown member over any non-crown member, I get 1 cube, even when I'm doing my job. So that's cool. And when the crown is hiring, I have to give consent for nepotism, but they're going to give me 2 cubes. And for 3 cubes, I can hire in their place. All right, so military affair, consider commanders. So they're going to pick themselves. From Madras, well, from Bengal. So they're going to take from Bengal. I was in the pool, so I give consent. I must. They give me 2 cubes. So that's military affairs for them. Can't see it, but it's under here. And then President of Madras. I forgot Bengal. I forgot to put Bengal back on this thing. So Madras, I will choose myself and give 2 cubes to the crown to consent to nepotism. I want to be president of Madras. But then I'll make them president of Bengal. Because I did so, they're gonna give me a cube back. Friendly exchange of cubes. So we have returned to our previous position. Nothing changed except, they got to retire 3 because they had lots of cash. All right, let's move on to the German phase. Crown is German. It will flip a card and change mood. How many presidency have a control of a region? 0. The crown is now peacockish. So they want to sink the company again. Well, what a way to flip and flop, eh, company? Wait, crown. All right. It will not seek debt, which is a problem. This is a problem because we don't have money to do anything if we don't have debt. If the company fails, I lose 4 points. I cannot allow the company to fail. But goddamn, requesting 1 additional debt would cost me 3 cubes. Requesting 2 additional debts is another 3 cubes. I almost have to give them all my cubes just so they take 2 debts and they keep the company afloat. Oof. Yeah, we don't have any money for troops. There's not even a commander for Bengal. What happens if there's no commander? That's a good question. Um, well. Looks like it doesn't say. Gonna have to. Well, I guess it's in hiring, but. technically not hiring, but I'm feeling like there's not gonna be a commander, and we're not gonna fight in Bengal, I guess. That was my dog. Maybe you heard that. I'm gonna look online. For the answer. Sorry for this lull time. This is a situation that I've not seen in my one other game, so bear with me. Well. Looks like alright, well, you cannot attack. You cannot do anything. There's no commander, so no one will act. Sorry for the glare over here on those pieces. Alright, so there's not going to be any commander of the armies of Bengal. Alright, anyway, so I asked for 2 shares. This should have gone down when the share came in. What are they going to do? Well, they're gonna put $5 to each presidency where Crown is its commander or has majority of offices. Crown is commander of Bombay, and then 2 to each presidency with a Crown governor. So 2 here, and 5 to Governor General, and the rest to the manager of shipping. Well, while I do like manager of shipping getting some funds, I would request, this goes here. I will request for £3 to be assigned to my presidency of Madras, so that I can at least do some. Do I really want to roll 2 dice and risk a 1 in 9 of losing my job? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. How could I get... Alright, I'm gonna discard a promise card to get 1 cube and immediately give it back to put 3 more bucks here. Because I really want the company to succeed here, so... yeah. Alright, then it's gonna put 5 to the presidency with a Crown as majority of officer, as commander. It's gonna put the remaining 4 here. Well, looks like a complicated turn is shaping up. Alright, time for my dark trade. I'm gonna just put this here and this here, if you don't mind, Miss Crown. I would like the company to stay in business, please. Yeah. Alright, that's my director of trade action. I do not have any cash. Now for the manager of shipping. Manager of shipping has 1, cannot act. Military affair. They're gonna transfer these up there, I think. Army where a player is commander to army where the Crown is commander. well, let's assume there's no one here. It's probably just gonna chuck him up there. I'll play like that. If it's wrong, well, you know, if Ricky Royale watches this, he can tell me that that's wrong. I assume this is a very uncommon situation to be in, so let's check that up to edge cases. Yeah, that's it. All right. President of Bombay will make its commander act first. It will, if its strength is 2 or more, it will attempt to purchase the most expensive affordable. So they have $2. Well, they can't even purchase anything. They can't. They don't even have any cubes to do anything. They will try to attack the home region. For a non-company control region, they want to roll at least 2 cubes. Well, that's good because they have 3. The strength is 1, so they're gonna try for it. They're gonna try for it. So they're gonna exhaust all 3 regiments. And roll 3 cubes. Two dice. My bad. All right, there's a 2. It succeeded. Bengal falls. It had a loot of, what am I saying? This is not Bengal. This is Bombay. So that's, the presidency is going to be created. There's a loot of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the crown gets 2 loot and a trophy. And we are going to have a presidency in Bombay to be filled at a later date whenever we get to that. All right. Now the president of Bombay does not have any ship, so does not have any ship. All right. Now for Madras, I will trade in 3 region. I have 6. I'll spend all 6 and roll 3 dice. Attempt to trade in 3 regions. That is a success, thankfully. So I'll put all of these here for a total of 18 for the company. You know, at least somebody's working around here. I did place a crown rider. I get a cube. I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for myself and give 1 to the crown. And then for Bengal, well, they can't trade. They don't have a... Shit, that money should have gone here, actually. That money should have gone here. I messed up. And so they would have purchased a local alliance. They would have spent 5 on this local alliance. You know, just roll more dice. It doesn't matter for now, but that's 5 less bucks in the presidency here. No, it would have mattered because they would have 2 strength left after that. And then they will attempt to deploy again. But they can't attack anywhere. So the only thing that matters is that there's 2 regiments left. Yeah, they would have wanted to throw 2 dice, but this, even though it doesn't have any strength, it's part of the empire, so it has the 2 strength of Maratha. So it can't attack there. There's no other 0 strength around. All right, so this is my misplay has been I have, you know, repaired my misplay. Now for China. Hello, China. Bonuses. The crown gets 1, 2 pound of bonuses. I get 1 pound because all our ships weren't, you know, fitted. Doesn't cost a lot, but the chairman didn't want to take any debt, so I guess that's that. Revenue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 4 is 10, so it goes down to 8. I forgot last time we were on 12, and we did pay 12 dividends, so company standing should have gone up. But now it goes down because we don't have 12, so it goes down. And then the chairman will attempt to pay 1 dividend first, so it can. Crown gets 4, I get 2. And then there's 2 left, can't pay any more dividends. That's that. We go to India to see what the storms and the deck has for us in reserve. West, so there's no storm. And then we resolve 2 events. First event is peace between Mysore and Bombay. So we add 1 strength to Mysore. And that's it. And we move to Punjab, looking at Delhi. So it wants to rebel. There is turmoil in Hyderabad, so sadly this one goes away. That's annoying. Closes this here. All right. So those were the 2 events. Let's go to Parliament meets. I'll take my stack of law here. I'm still the Prime Minister. Trade regulation. Each president bonus is added to the company balance. I don't like that. I would like to make some money off my presidency. So let's grab another one. Debt restructure. Lower the company debt marker to the leftmost space. And you can take an extra action to seek share. All right. We could do that. No, I don't know if you want to. I don't know if I'm allowed to look at what would the crown vote. I think I can. Trade regulation, it would be for. Debt restructure would be against. Okay. And then treasury reform. All loot is now added to the company balance. Well, it's going to be against that for sure. Treasury reform, yeah, it's against. So if I want to keep my job, I'd have to pass the trade regulation. But let's look at that. Debt restructure -3. The crown has 10, so it has 2 additional votes, plus 5, has 7 votes. I have 2 votes. So it's gonna go -10, I go +2. I need to spend all 8 just to make the law pass. That's not great. Same for treasury reform. And what would be my option? Increase the power of shipyards or increase the power of shipyards? All right, what if I leave this? All right, well, let's say I propose this. No, because they're going to vote for. That's the only one they vote for. Let's say I am going to lose my job. Over what? Over, it's going to give themselves a bonus if I do that. If I do that. All right, let's propose a treasury reform. So I'll move to the share symbol. I'll propose to give a bonus to every shareholder. Who wouldn't want that? But the crown is, you know, has a fixed call. And we'll vote against the treasury reform. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we said +3 for the money, +2 for the money, so 7. And the law starts at -3, so it goes at -10. The law fails. I lose my Prime Minister dial. Sadly, I am no longer PM. The law fails. Goes away. And the crown has to move this to either of these. So how many entities? It has one more entities. And it has window tax. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 more windows than me. Plus 1 more. It has 5 more. So it's gonna take the smaller tax, which is this tax here. It's gonna pay 1 for its 1 workshop. All right. I'm gonna just chug that here because I don't need it, but you know it's here. They're prime minister now. I lost my job. Sadly, it's hard to compete against the crown. All right, let's go to upkeep and refresh. The crown's gonna need to pay 1 plus 4, 5 for their upkeep. I need to pay 2. I only have 6 going to the London season. And then refresh, we're gonna send people back here. That's it for that. I'm gonna move that up. That's it for upkeep and refresh. Let's move on to turn 3. It's the London season again, the most wonderful time of the year. So, Madam Chairman, will you retire? The answer is no. Director of Trade, 3 plus 1 is 4, gets another cube, but I keep my job. Manager of Shipping, it's a 2. Military Affairs, that's a 1. Manager of Shipping had a 2, but already had a cube, so that's a 3, adds a cube. Presidency of Bombay has a cube, so that's a 1, plus a cube is a 2, they're fine. Presidency of Madras, it's a 1, they're fine. And Bengal, it's a 2, they're also fine. All right, so no one retired? I guess no one retired. That can happen. So all these cards are gonna go away. That's fine. I didn't have lots of money, so I don't mind no one retiring. We have a tax collector. You can add window taxes. Joseph, you can no longer seek share or own share. And then another blackmail card I'm not going to look at. All right, we go to the family action. What does the crown do? The crown is peacock. It's going to try and buy a workshop. It cannot. It only has $2. Then it's going to try and buy a luxury. Well, that it can for its last $4. And then it's going to enlist an officer. Well, that's good. We were in need of some army people here. And those were its 2 actions. It does not buy a shipyard. As for me, well, I feel like writers is where it's at. So I might as well put 2 more writers in here because that's where it's happening. This is where the sausages gets made. And I will buy another shipyard. I am confident. Is that a mistake? Well, the worst case scenario, it's a vote, so. I'll grab the Hampshire. This game is very weird. All right, so that was the found phase. We move on to hiring. Only the governor of Bombay has to be hired, chosen by the president of Bombay. Writers and officers, well, there's only one who can take the job. It's the writer here. So they become governor of Bombay, you know, as if they didn't have enough jobs. All right, that's the hiring phase. I wasn't. Shoot, I should have. Yeah, I should have put a writer here, just so the crown gives me 2 cube for nepotism. Because I could have known they would have hired themselves. Let's say I was clever and I'd done that. All right, the crown is chairman. It's gonna change mood. How are you feeling? How many crown commander there is? There's one, so it's bearish. Well, at least it's no longer peacockish. That was annoying. All right. What does the bear do? Takes one debt for every presidency where the crown is commander or is majority. It's going to take one debt, bringing us to $7. I would like more debt, please, so the company can run. I would like one more debt, please. Thank you. Go up to 12. And then it's going to give 4 to each presidency where the crown is the majority of peace in the army box. So 4 to Bombay. We'll go down 4. Then it's going to give 2 to each presidency with a crown governor. There's one crown governor here. So it's going to give 2. It's going to give 4 to the governor general. It's not in play. It's going to give 2 to each presidency with a crown rider. Well, that's nice. It's going to give 2 to Madras. And then the rest, the manager of shipping. Well, that's great. It's going to ship their own ship. It's going to fit their own ships, but you know, what the hell. All right, director of trade. I have the lowly director of trade. I do not have any fund to open up orders. I'm going to need to move ship around. I'm going to put some ship here on the east. Put this here. Put this here. And then the crown is going to give me 1 cube because there is no presidency with 2 or more ships or rider. Anyway, I'm not intending on fitting more than one order here, so there's that. Manager of shipping. The manager of shipping is going to buy 1 company ship. Of course, it's gonna buy 1 company ship. I could give them a cube. It's gonna fit their ship first. All right, so it's gonna keep. So I'll give you 2 cubes if you fit my ships instead. The presidency zone with the highest number of crown rider. Well, that's dumb. Because it's going to put it here. Alright, so let's not give them 2. Let's give them 1 so they fit 1 of my ship. And I'll ask to put it, I'll ask them to put it here, and then they're going to fit the other ship because they're dumb. I'm going to put it here because they're stupid. Alright, stupid. Now military affair. Military affair is transfer. It's not going to transfer anything. It's going to assign officer to a presidency that creates a new crown majority. Well, it's going to put it in Bengal, of course, because, you know, there needs to be people in Bengal. All right. A thing to note is that now that we are in turn 3, my cards here are now worth 2 promise cubes if I need them. So that's good. The next time they'll go up to 3, but that's only on turn 5. So maybe I should make use of them at some point, sooner rather than later, let's say. That was military affair. Now, President of Bombay will make the Army of Bengal act first. Again, it's going to ask for local alliance. The most expensive is the one that costs 5. I think last turn they would have bought that. Anyway, let's not dwell on the past here. So they're gonna grab this, and then with their strength of 6, they'll try and deploy to a region. Their first target would be Delhi. So they're going to try and invade Delhi, which has a strength of 2. They have a strength of 6. They want to roll 3. They're gonna exhaust 5. And roll 3. That's a success. All right. The ancient Mughal Empire has fallen. So go free, my dear. Except, for the people of Delhi who were invaded. There is 8 loot to be distributed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 goes to the crown. I realized I should have made the governor act first. So I'm just gonna finish that up, but then I should have made the governor act first. So there's gonna be a new presidency here. I think all orders open as per the game rules. Let me check that. It's here on the little cheat sheet. Clear unrest. Yep. Remove all closed order. So that happened. So that was the attacking force. It's not gonna roll again. Let's come back to the governor of Bombay, which rolls 3 dice. The crown governor, they're gonna repeat as long as they can roll 3 dice. And they will commission regiments. So that should have happened first, because maybe they can attack again. So on the 1, they will commission a regiment. So Bombay will attack Punjab, I think. And then they gain 1. Then they're gonna draw a roll again. 2 to get another buck. And commission another regiment. Alright, so Bombay, back to the commander, who should have acted next. Commander, they want to deploy again. They have 3 strength. They want to roll 3 dice. Well, look at that. Punjab has 0 strength. So they're gonna roll 2, 3, 4, and 1. So they're on a roll. They're tearing through India. It's gonna go in here. This opens up. The 6 is gonna be divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they get 2 loot. Wow, they're really just, stabbing people in India for profit. Cool. Cool. I say cool, but it's not cool. So Delhi and Punjab were created. It's gonna go here for next turn. Oh, cool. I'm on the short list for writers here to become governor. Alright, so they both acted. Now for the president of Bombay. Wants to roll 5 dice. Well, it's obviously not going to roll 5 dice. I don't have any cubes to force them to roll 5 dice. I need to convince them to act with only 2. Need to spend those 2 cards, get 4 cubes. But this gets me a buck and gets the company 4 buck. Do I want to get rid of my cards? I mean, I did say I need to use them. So alright, I'll get rid of 2. Grab 4 cubes. Give 3 cubes to the crown, so it lowers its standard to 2. It's gonna roll with 2. Try and trade in Bombay. Three and 6, it failed. Alright, no trades here. I just wasted my cubes. Now for Madras, I'll try and trade. I'll spend my $2 and try and trade here. That's a success. If I do put Crown Rider, I'll get a cube. So I like a cube. We both get a buck. The Company gets 5. You know, I'm the only one keeping this afloat, keeping this business afloat. But then here's same problem. It doesn't want to fulfill what I want it to fulfill. So all right, another card goes. I get cubes. I give you 3 cubes. So you roll 2 dice. I just want to make some cash here. And it succeeds. All right, so my 2 riders are gonna go here. 11 for the company, 2 for me, 2 for the crown. Most importantly, money for the company. Otherwise, it's gonna fail because all our, you know, regiment and people attacking should be here. All right, the armies are not gonna do diddly squat. Wait, no, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Let's roll that back. Those are here. There's 2 here. I didn't spend that. So I have 1 more cube. Yeah, that did not happen because they will they're gonna buy an alliance. Of course they're gonna do that. And then with their 1 strength, they're, you know, dumb and not gonna attack. Cool. That was all the money we had. Great. Company's gonna fail. Great. Game's gonna be over. Great. Alright, bonuses. Crown gets 3. I get 2. They're just shitting money over here with all their loot and stuff. Alright. Expenses. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 plus 6. We have 16. 11. We need to take 3 emergency loans. How does that work? You know, well, anyway, the standing is gonna go down by 3, maybe the end of the game. Emergency loans. I think all right, so we will discard the royal protection to avoid all our emergency loan. So the standing just goes down 1 because we did not meet expectations. We're not going to pay any dividends, of course. Whose fault is that? And then we go to event in India. How many events? 1 event, and then storm everywhere. That's great for commerce. Diligence. You are destroyed. That was my ship, sadly. Indefatigable. 1, you're okay. Recovery. You're okay. And my ship, the Neptune, of course, gets destroyed. Of course, it's my ship that goes down. All right, this game is no, it's not going well. And then 1 event in India. What is that going to be? It is leader in Delhi or rebellion. Well, there's going to be a rebellion in Delhi, and we don't have any armies to defend. So what happens? It's a region loss. Tarnish the commander's name. Commander of Delhi is removed. They lose half their trophy. Roll the dice for every officer. Remove the governor and its office card. All right, there's no longer a governor here. That was short-lived. Remove any company piece. Place a dome with 1 tower level. Guessing we close all order. Yes. Close all order. Put this back here. And we lower the company standing by 1. We have a great standing, everybody. Outstanding standing. All right, well, the game did not end, but it wasn't great. All right, they're going to select the 3rd law as per their card here. So they're not going to do Enclosure Act. Ah, well, old ideas made new. I think in that case they just... Oh, there's a climate shift, which I did forget to do last time. So I roll 6 dice. There's 3 successes and 3 failures. So if the number of successes is greater or equal in the company standing, company's at 2, number of success is greater or equal. So shift right. It's getting more peacockish. Great. Then if it is the number of success is greater, yes. More, right? Well, I can't. The number of failure is less or equal. Number of failure is not less or equal, so nothing else happens. All right, so it got peacockish again. Great. I seem to remember somewhere saying that old ideas made new. They would draw. I think it's written here. Yes, choose the law randomly. All right, so we go into the discard, the law discard. So we're voting on the royal protection. Well, well, well. I feel like we're gonna go for that. If the crown is the most luxury, it does. So the crown is 4. So the crown has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes. And based on its treasury, which is currently 12, has 3 more votes. 5. I only have 3 votes. I could make that law fail. Oh, and what is it gonna do? Give power or tax. If it gives more power, well, it has lots of luxury. It's not gonna tax. It's gonna, you know, assort power to luxury. I could tax. Oh, I could, if I were to make the law fail, only cost me $6. But you know, I do have in my coffers. Then I can tax, and all of these go away, but the crown has to pay 5, the crown has to pay 8, which they can't afford. Then I have to pay 5, which I cannot afford. What happens if I cannot afford to pay tax? Oh, and also, oh yeah, and also it takes emergency loans from the company if it can't pay its expense. Great, yeah, I forgot. Company, you're great. I love you. All right, well, let's get the royal protection back on the board. It's gonna help us next turn when, you know, we can't pay our taxes, we can't pay our expenses again because the crown is warring in India. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. All right, I paid 2 for my retiree here. The crown pays 5. The crown's poor, so we'll see what it decides to do. Oh, and it gets a token for having passed a law. Turn 4, London season. Who gets to keep their job? Chairman. 1. Well, it's to keep their job. Director of trade is a +2, so if I roll 1 or 2, I'm good, otherwise I'm gone. 2, well, 2 + 2 is 4, so I add a cube. Manager of shipping has 2 cubes. 4, it's gone. Goodbye, Charlie. Military affairs has no cubes. 6, it's gone. It's the great beheading of the company. Presidency of Bombay had 1 cube. 1 + 3 is 4. Gets a cube. President of Madras, 1 stays in Bengal. 1 stays, and Governor of Bombay, So 4, it gets a cube, but it stays. All right. So Crown is looking to spend at most 3. Is that it? Round it up. All right, so it's gonna pay. Oh, it has a discount of 2 though, but it can't get the 8. So it's gonna spend 4. It's gonna spend 2, and put 1 here, and mark and get 2 VP. And then it's looking to spend 3. Well, it won't go there because it already has a card. Then it's gonna select this. It's gonna select this prestige card. These guys go away. We have a Ruttenborough, a Foundry, and John Thorpe. You can no longer have workshops. Alright, family phase. What does the Crown do when it's Peacock? It wants to get some militaries on the board. First, it wants to get workshop because it thinks the company's gonna fail, which, you know, they're probably right. So they get another workshop. And then they can't buy luxury, so they put someone in the army. Well, this looks like the play, so I'm gonna also put someone in the army. Let's get some loot. The company's gonna go down, might as well get some money. Alright, no one seek share. Hiring. 2. For military affairs, no, for manager shipping, chosen by the chairman from all the writers. Well, would you look at that? There is no writer for you to take. So first, it's going to take my guy from Bengal. It's going to become manager of shipping. Great, it's an office for me. Then military affair, it's going to consider commanders. It's going to take their commanders. I will give consent to nepotism. 2 cubes for me. Now, in military affairs, get back your old job. And then the president of Bombay is going to select from writers and officers. Well, there's only me. So guess who's the new king of the new big governor of Punjab? That's me. All right. Well, those were the hiring. Now, I forgot this one goes away. Chairman is not gonna seek share again. We know how that works. Oh wait. We're gonna flip the card. Company expectation is on 6, so they're gonna go lion. Oh, okay. What does lion do? For each sea zone with less than 2 ships, well, there's 2, so it's gonna seek 2 shares. Alright, it's going to try and make the company do stuff, I guess. 5 to each president to shipping. For each presidency with a sea zone with less than 2 ships. So he's going to put all 10 in the manager of shipping. Hey. Well, as much as I like that, I feel like we maybe should get some money to the presidencies. So I'm gonna ask gently for 3 to be placed here, presidency of Bengal, and then you can put the rest. That's dumb. Oh, is it that dumb? No. All right. Put the rest in shipping. For all I care. This is a very much a weird game. Let's see how that shakes up. So that was the chairman. I'm director of trade. I can move stuff around. Let's just... This should... Oh wait, this should be back here. So there's actually... The manager of shipping should be this blue guy here. And I would be back here. And so consent for nepotism, I would have 2 more cubes. My bad. Alright, but doesn't matter. What kind of matters? Why do I do with riders then? I'm looking at Bengal being the place to make some cash this turn, so let's send everybody up there. Alright. What does a manager of shipping do? We'll buy as many company ship. Well, they're gonna, you know, you're gonna do your 10-player ship. You have 8. You can buy all the ships you want. So it's gonna fit all of the ships in the Crown Presidency season. Please select Bengal first. Yes, alright, so it's gonna put everything in Bengal, which is what I wanted. Have 5 ships in Bengal. We can trade in Bengal. It's gonna be great. That was manager of shipping, military affairs. Alright, it's gonna transfer. Yeah, this is the line that was errated. I think I need to look at the errata. Otherwise, I don't understand what it's supposed to mean. I remember Reiki in the BGG comment mentioning the Crown will attempt to perform 2 army transfer. Otherwise, the Crown will transfer according to the transfer priority below. Okay. So regiment, no, that the Crown. Okay. So it will try to transfer regiment from an army where a player, no, for our army where army of presidency fewest ship to army of presidency with the most ship. Yeah, there's not a lot of ship here. It's gonna put everybody down here. Okay. Then it's gonna assign player officer first to a crown presidency. There's 2 of them. The first being Bengal, all right, and then itself first, and it's obviously gonna make itself the commander for obvious reasons. That's not a promotion, so I don't get any. Should have been upkept here. This, if you buy this and you don't use it, do you lose it? All the rules questions. But the next time I play, I'll be sharp, you know. Any active local alliance? Yes. You pay them, you don't use them, they're gone. All right. That was military affairs. Now, Presidency of Bombay. We'll make its governor act first in order of creation, I think. Yes, in order formation. So the first is the governor of Bombay. She's gonna roll twice. Let's put this here. We have some space. It's gonna roll twice. First with 3 dice. It's gonna attempt to build company ships. Succeeds. It's gonna put the ship here. Then it's gonna, and it makes a buck for its trouble. Where's your money, Crown? You have no money. Then it's gonna roll 2 dice. It's gonna succeed. Get another buck. And plunk that ship in the water. All right. So we're gonna stop here. Now I am governor of Punjab. I also want to roll some dice. I'm gonna roll 3 dice. Alright, I get a buck for my successful governor action. I'm gonna tax and put those 2 in the company's balance because I want the company to have some money. Then I'm gonna do it again. And it's not successful. That's it. I could roll 1 dice. If I am successful, no. Failure puts an unrest. Yeah, my job is really not. Yeah, I have good chances of losing my job, eh? Delhi. What's probable? Crisis 0. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like my chances here. Well, there's armies to defend my position. So let's roll one dice. 3. It's another failure. Whatever. It's just an unrest. If I had succeeded, I would have two. I would have gotten 2 hours. Now, governor of Bombay. There is no governor of Bombay. So we move on. President of Bombay doesn't have any money to trade, so let's move on to President of Madras. Well, I have an army with no troops, and I have a presidency with no money. Great. Let's move on to Bengal. It's gonna make its army act first. The army's gonna ask for the. Oh yeah, I forgot that they just wanted to fight. The crown army strength is 3+. They will attempt to purchase the cheapest. Alright, I'll give you 1 cube so you don't buy an army, please. I would like you to trade. You know, don't do that, you naughty boy. You naughty girl, crown. Alright, what about the army then? What's gonna do? What is it gonna do? The army is 3+. They will attempt to purchase. Okay, but you know, I told you not to do that, so you're not gonna do that. Then it's gonna try to attack Delhi, I guess, because it's no, it's gonna attack its home region. It has +2 right now. It wants 4 to do that. How many cubes would you need? If I give you 2 cubes, you'll do it? You say? Sounds like a deal I can get behind. You know, roll 2 dice and we'll see. I have to roll 1 dice for my officer. Let's see if he dies in combat. He does not. Then we exhaust all 3 pieces. We attempt to attack Bengal. If that works, there's money to be made. So I like that. It works. Snake eyes. That's good. So Bengal falls for a total loot of 10. Total loot of 10. We open up the new Bengal governorship. So loot will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We get 3 each. That's nice. Nice. They get a trophy for having defeated a 1 strength. Alright. Now, President of Bengal, will you trade? You want to trade in like these 2 regions? So that's -1 dice. You need 2 cubes to do that. You can do it. I believe in you. Roll 2 dice. Get a success, and we're set. And you lost your job, sorry. You lost your job, President of Bengal. That's a catastrophic failure. Why did you roll? That's dumb. You shouldn't have rolled. You should not have rolled. I'm telling you, you should not have rolled. It's, you know, the company is gonna be having some issues now. Bonuses, the crown has 5. I have 3. Expense, well, I think we're not going to be able to cover our expenses, so let's use our royal protection again. The standing lowers by 1 because we did not meet expectations. How about India? How are things shaping up in India, eh? 4. Yes, things are bad in India. All right, first card. It's a crisis. Well, at least we have. It's a strength of 2. We have 3. Does the military affair exhaust? Crown is the commander and must defend the crisis. Yes, okay. And the crown is military affair. So it's gonna exhaust 2, so we don't lose that. Then it's gonna move to Madras. Madras towards the triangle. So that was the first event. Second, wait, I need to resolve this like it should. Clear unrest. Governor gains a trophy. Well, there is no governor, but I think military affair might get the trophy. Let me look. Acting as commander will not lose or gain trophies. All right, so no trophies for you. All right, so second event is peace between these two regions. So this is open now, and we add strength to Mysore and Hyderabad. The elephant moves to Delhi. And Delhi want to invade, to attack the company. So that was the second event. Third event is turmoil in Maratha. All right, so this goes here. And the last event is turmoil in Hyderabad. Ah, yes, good old Hyderabad. We just opened you up, but you had to close up again, eh? All right. Parliament meets. You're going for the first card. What's the first card you're gonna go for? It's a window tax repeal. Player no longer pay window tax. You're gonna be for that, I feel like. But before that, we have to do climate shift. 6 dice. There's 2 success. 4 failure. There is more success than the standing. The crown goes to the right. There is more. Alright, it gets peacockish because the company's not doing great. Now, what about this window tax repeal? Do you want to tax windows or tax windows? Well, it's the same, so you're gonna go clockwise. So you're proposing to tax luxury and window taxes, to repeal window taxes. All right. So that law starts at -5, and you're thinking what? You're for. You are for this law. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you have money. You have the crown has 10, so it gets a +2. I could make that law fail and then tax shipyard, but what does that give me? Taxing luxury just, steals 2 money from you, so I'm fine with that. All right, the law passes. You have to pay 2 for your luxuries, and then the law is in effect. There's no longer window taxes. All right, upkeep and refresh. This goes up, this goes up. Refresh, there's no extra ship to be refreshed. There's no rider on the board because we do not trade in India, it seems. It's the final turn. Well, let's see. I don't have any points, but, I'm hanging in there. All right, does the chairman resign? Chairman loses their job. Rolled a 4, but that's a 5 because of the chairman stress. My director of trade, unless he rolls a 1, she goes away. That's a 3. You're gone. Manager of shipping. You're gone. Military affair. You're gone. President of Bombay with a 4 +2. You're gone. My President of Madras. With a 1, you stay. Governor of Punjab. With a 1, you stay. Governor of Bombay. With a 3 plus 1 is a 4. All right. Well, there's a good cleanup in the company now. Right. The crown has 8, so it's looking to spend 4. It has a -2, but the best it can do is spend 4 to get in here, make 2 points, and all the other ones are not going to retire. Well, let's say it spends 4. It only spends 2 because of their spouse. So it only spent 2 this turn. This here to remind us that they spent 2. But I have lots of money now. I can go to the 14th spot, I think. Yes, I have exactly 14. Except I forgot to pay for upkeep, so I would have paid 2. And they would have paid 6. Oh yeah, wait up. So they had 2 more bucks. Let's put this back here. They had 2 more bucks. They had to pay 6 for upkeep. So they had 2 bucks left. They can spend those 2 to get here. Now, you cannot get into the 14th spot, sadly. You can only get into the 8th spot. But you know, I am going to do, because I can. Gives me 4 points. But I spent more, so I get to choose first. I think I'll take the Foundry. How's my power looking? I don't have any power. It's not true yet. I have 2 power. The crown has lots of power. I'm not beating them on the power. Yeah, I'll take the Foundry to make some cash. Whenever the regiment is added to the army. I feel like we're gonna add some regiment this turn. And the crown takes... Wait, no, I should take the spouse because that's 2 points. Yeah, I should take the spouse. That's 2 points. You can't take this. It takes this. This goes away. No need to refill because it's the last turn anyway. So the crown has 3, 4 plus 7, 7 and 10, 8, 10, 14. 14, 17, 21. The crown should have 21, actually. All right. Well, let's move on to the family phase. Sorting that stack. So, how is the crown feeling? The crown is a peacockish again. And now the free action is to buy a luxury. If I had... I do have 4. Oh, I'll do it. Crown tries to buy stuff. Doesn't have a buck. It's gonna put everybody in the military. I feel like that's the way to go. Eh? You can also enlist 2 officers. And with 4, I'll buy a luxury just for the 2 points. I can't have workshops, but I can have luxury. Hiring. We need to hire a chairman. Well, Crown's gonna get themselves chairman. I don't have anything to stop that from happening. What did I do with the chairman card? Put it here. Alright, Crown is chairman. Chairman is gonna choose a director of trade for any offices. Well, there's only 1 offices, so, you know, I'm the new director of trade, I guess. This last turn is looking very funky. Manager of shipping, the writer. There's only 1. There's only mine, I guess. I'm manager of shipping now. Wait a second, I had my -2. So I could have gone here. Obviously, I don't have the luxury, but I still have 2 more points -2 for the luxury, +4 for going there. So I had the -2, I forgot. All right, so let's go back to this. Military affair, consider commanders. It's gonna choose itself. Give me 2 cube for that. President of Bombay. Consider writer and governor associated with this presidency. Yeah, you can come here, right? And you even give me a cube because I hired your guy. That's fun. So you're president of Bombay. What about president of Madras? Well, writers and governors. There's only this lowly governor. So it's me, president of Bengal. There's only me again. And how about governor of Bengal? Looks like there's only me again. Well, I am gonna make some money, I guess. I have lots of rolls now after the great resignation, the great firing or retiring of the last turn. All right, Miss German, what's your mood? Presidency with more than 2 crown riders. Yes, there is none. You're gonna stay peacock, eh? Well, you know, you didn't want. There's no rider on the board, so that's that. You don't want to take any debt. Anyway, we can't take debt, so you don't have any money to attribute. Director of Trade. Well. If I tax in Bengal, we can do stuff. And, you know, I'm the one who's going to decide for that. Could attack Maratha with enough stuff. So, I mean, I'm not going to transfer anything. Manager of shipping, yeah, buy ship with what money? Cool. Military affairs. Gonna transfer army where a player's commander to an army where a crown. Well, these guys, there's no one there. So it's gonna put in a presidency that creates a new crown majority with a Madras first. All right, then not player first. All right, it's gonna say player first. A presidency that creates a crown. Quality, presidency where crown is a majority of peace, no. A presidency where the crown is governor, no. Presidency where the crown is commander, a crown presidency. You are in Bombay, so we're gonna put me in Bombay. And for this one, it's gonna put me here. Then itself. Crown majority, no. No, I'm just gonna put everyone in Bombay, I guess, eh? Okay. That's fine. There's stuff to do in Bombay. All right. Presidency of Bombay is going to make its governor act first in this order. So starting with the governor, Punjab, Bengal. It's them. Oh, I forgot to put the piece for them here. They should have a piece. They are governor of Bombay. Governor of Bombay, how many dice are going to roll? You're going to roll all your dice. And you're gonna put regiments. Firstly, it fails. Secondly, it succeeds. So you get $2. And we create a new regiment, Bombay. Then you're gonna go roll 1 dice. It's a 3. It fails. Another unrest. All right. Now for my governor of Punjab, I have 3 dice. Success. I'll take a buck. I'll make another regiment, I guess. It's not like the company's gonna succeed, so yeah, no, the company's gonna have to take loans. Well, I guess might as well just put some money in my pocket. I don't know why, but well, I lose the job anyway, so I'm out. I'm out of here. That was Punjab. It's a failure, so it puts a cube. All right, what about the Army of Bombay? Where are they going to deploy to? I do get a cube because I put a regiment there. So it's gonna buy a lines. Well, there's no money for that. Then it's gonna attack the region not company control. So it's gonna look at everything around here, all the 3, 2, 2, 1. But we have such a big army. We have 8. We have 8 strength. It wants to roll at least 2, but it's gonna roll 2. All right. Sure you don't want to roll more? It's gonna try to go to Bengal first. That's not right. Madras, no. Mysore. All right. So it's gonna roll. It's gonna exhaust 5 pieces. Crown officer, then player officer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You sure you don't want to roll like another dice? Yeah, roll another dice, eh? We're attacking here. There's like 17 loot. Success! We have successfully defeated Mysore. As said, there is 17 loot. I need to roll for officer. So my 2 officers, they're fine. What about the crown officer? Sorry, this is off camera. Crown officer is fine. All right, 17 loot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the crown gets 6 and I get 5. I think that's right. 17, there's 7 pieces. We go around twice. Everybody gets 2. And the last 3, yeah, alright, that's right. So I get 5, they get 6. That does not matter if the company fails next turn because we have so much expenses. Maybe we can fill orders over there. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so that was them. They can try to deploy again, but they don't have enough strength. So Madras, nothing happens in Madras. Bengal, I am the governor of Bengal. I'll try and tax a bit. I'll administer Bengal. That's a success. That's $1 for me. $2 for my presidency. Let's do that again. It's a success. Take $1 for me. Another $2 for my presidency. But the locals are not happy about that. Let's roll 2 dice. It's a failure. I don't really care about this guy if he goes. I have enough offices that I'm gonna get my retirement if I want to. Looks bad. That's a 4. That's another failure. Alright, well, I got $4 to use. Bengal, 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 Bengal. Let's just attack the unrest at... No, let's keep those pieces there. Let's spend the 2, try and trade here. So I can roll 3 dice. It's a success. I'll fill 3 orders. For 11, for 13, that's never going to be enough for all our armies. It's never going to be enough for all our ships too. Well, if all our ships break, no, that's afterward. Well, crap. I do get $3 though, so there's at least that. All right. Who want the bonuses? I get 3. Woo! Crown gets 5. Woo for them. Have a bunch of cash. What about revenue? What about expenses, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We need to take an emergency loan. We cannot. We take one. Boom. The company fails. All right, company failure. Who has the most power? I have, oh yeah, the commander should have like 2 more, 3 power, 3 more trophy. So, you know, of course, they get the 5 points for that. Sorry for that. And then they lose 3 for their shares. But then they get 2 for their workshop. I lose 2 for my shares. And well, let's look at the company failure, but I don't think I can make up to 13 points. One, I don't think there's a single card that removes 13 points. Lower each player score by 2 for each of their governor. I have 1 governor. They have 1 governor. Anyone who had a governor that was removed in Legion loss on the final turn should lower their score by 2 EP. No, that's not happening. All right, well, that was John Company versus the Crown. As you can see, the Crown has lots of control over the company and is just running around pillaging India, never putting money in the coffers. And we had 1 share coming in. They spent the whole game in peacock mode, blocking my attempt to... Oh, I also lose a point, of course, because the company failed. So I lose 1 point here because we were on turn 5 of the... Oh, yeah. I lose 1 point because we were on turn 5. Great. Well, so that's 23-9 for the company. How do I only have 9 points? I have this is 12, minus 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, minus 2 is 10. I think I should have, oh yeah, because the minus 1. Of course. All right, well, that was that. That was John Company. And the sad thing is, you know, if I went for retirement, I could have retired at the 14 level, at the 8 level. That's 4 more points. But no, the crown is very strong. It has lots of power. Maybe starting with the prime minister is not a good idea, especially considering it's very hard to hold it because the company has lots of votes, and it has votes just for having money. The crown, I mean. And the blackmail I got is to roll 1 die for each of my office holder and lower the company balance equal to twice the highest roll and take that much from the bank. So I could fraud the company. But I was trying to make the company succeed because in solo you have this, you know, additional incentive that you lose a bunch of points if the company fails. And there's always the company failure deck that can really swing things around. So there's that. But I think after a little bit over 2 hours, I'm gonna stop this here and play again another day because I really like this game. It's a great puzzle. It's a great negotiation game. Obviously here, I'm not really negotiating because the crown, you know, is an AI. but it's a very well-designed AI, so my hat is off to Ricky Royale. I really love Wakan as well from Pax Premier. And this, as people say, is like Wakan on steroids. And the fact you have this book here makes the logic much more complete and complex. Having the four moods, you know, this side it wants the company to do well, and on this side it's all gun blazing. I'm gonna pillage India and stuff. So yeah, really great game. I'm happy I got to play this solo. Well, they also had plenty of time on a turn before the family's phase to swap two adjacent power marker. They had two more powers here actually. So. All right, that's it. I'm looking forward to playing more games in the holidays. I'm gonna have some time to play some solo games, so you can expect some solo game coming from me. And in the meantime, have fun, play games. I don't really have an outro, so we're gonna go with that.